So, why and how does this understanding of the mind help people? Well, for me, this is a key missing part of humanity and society. It's a missing piece of the jigsaw. And there have been many missing pieces of the jigsaws that are starting to be revealed as you go back through our history, whether that's about the world being flat and we're now realizing it's round, or that we understand how germs and hygiene work, or we understand quantum physics, or we understand gravity, etc. And to me, this understanding of the mind is on that same order of magnitude, which may sound very grand and quite a big claim. But personally, I can testament to that, and also so can some of my colleagues and the people we work with. So what it enables people to do once they have this understanding, for themselves, they start to see a easier way to navigate life. They are able to spend more of their time in their well-being. And when they're not, it doesn't consume them to the same extent that it used to. They're able to access greater levels of clarity, creativity, resilience, connection than they could before. And that can have huge implications to every aspect of life and work. And it reduces the amount of unnecessary mental activity that we do in our minds. It reduces the amount of dwelling and wallowing in unhappy moments. It doesn't eradicate unhappy moments, it just changes your relationship to them. And collectively, if more people had this understanding, you would find an increase in the level of well-being and compassion in the world. Now, at a very down to day-to-day level, if more people in your organization had this understanding, people would enjoy coming to work more. People would find it easier to do their jobs, easier to be innovative, easier to be resilient, easier to find connection with their customers or their colleagues or their staff. And the whole level of the organization would increase, not just in terms of happiness, which is nice, but doesn't necessarily hit the bottom line, but also in terms of the effect it would have on the business's bottom line. So we're talking here about something that has the ability to make a huge difference to lots of areas of your life. And it's something that you can have your own personal insights around. So it's not something you can learn in a traditional way. It's easier than that at one level. It's something you'll just see. So if you come to this conference, you'll hear people talking about this understanding. And all you have to do is to wonder about that in your own mind, to see what you can see about that. And the beauty and the magic of the human system does the rest for you. Your thinking will start to change because of what you hear. And you'll become curious about things you weren't necessarily curious about before. And at one level, I can foresee a future where this understanding is taught in schools. And it's as obvious and as commonplace as our understanding of other things in life that are, like hygiene or food nutrition or how our physical health system works. Now, we're giving you a chance to have a sense of that now and to see what you can see about it. So it is a rare opportunity to have some of the world's leading speakers come to a beautiful place to talk about something that could be beautiful for you and your organization or you and your family. So how is this different to other things in the world of personal and professional development? I've been in the arena of personal change and transformation for the last 16 years. And for the first 10 years of my career, I would work very much with things like positive psychology, neuro-linguistic programming, hypnosis, appreciative inquiry, clean space, clean language. Lots and lots of tools and techniques to help people have a better way of managing their thoughts and managing their life. Now, this understanding that we're going to be talking about at this conference is different. It's different for a few reasons. It's different because it is universal. So it doesn't matter who or what you are, your age, your gender, your ethnicity, your intelligence, your education, your aptitude to personal development. It really is neutral on all of those things. It's something that every single human being has the ability to see equally. It's also pervasive. And what I mean by that is that once it's seen, it applies to, you can see implications in every single area. Whereas in the old things I used to do, you would have to apply your strategy of thinking in that particular area. So around your health or your goals or your relationships or whatever it was. Whereas this is, once you see it, has an upstream implication that you see everything through these new eyes or this change of perspective. So it's pervasive and not linked to a particular area. Thirdly, it's something that once you see, you don't then have to do anything with in terms of maintenance of tools or techniques or rituals or prescriptions. It's something that you just realize and see was already existing in where you were at, but you just couldn't see it because you had some thinking in the way. So the beauty is, this is not about another set of strategies or tools or techniques for you to add to your toolkit of things to do to make your life better or to make your mind better. This is actually a reduction. This will make redundant many of the things that you've been doing to try and help life move forward for yourself. So it's a lovely way to see that what you were doing, although it was sort of useful and half useful, sometimes it was, sometimes it wasn't, actually is completely redundant now and unnecessary, because you're having a truer understanding of how our own resourcefulness and well-being works. And from that, it reduces the amount of psychological load and striving you need to do. And you are much more in the flow of where your resourcefulness and states are in the moment, as opposed to trying to control them all. And that opens up huge opportunities to see new things, huge opportunities to flow with life in a different way. And you're more graceful for your highs and less caught up with when you're in your lows. And the amount of psychological burden that you put on yourself reduces. So my key message in this is a little different to how it may look, especially if you're used to seeing other things in this area. So why don't you come along and have a look and make your own mind up?